Hey, sorry about spilling coffee in your new car the other day.
It's okay.
Is that a voodoo doll?
Yep. Doesn't work though.
Out in the country, far from all the subtle noise of the city, there's a village green. Oh, it's been a long time since I last set eyes on the church with the steeple down by the village green. 'Twas there I met a girl called Daisy and kissed her by the old oak tree. Although I loved my Daisy, I sought fame, and so I left the village. I miss the village green and all the simple people. I miss the village green, the church, the clock, the steeple. I miss the morning dew, fresh air and Sunday school. And now all the houses are rare antiquities.
What came to my mind when I watched that commercial right away was the fact that it was revenge. And I thought, this is not right. There's something very wrong with this picture. This was a man who had spilled his coffee in this other man's car and said, oh, he was sorry for it. And then the other man certainly is taking out revenge on him through this voodoo doll, and yet he is walking away with these arrows in his back. In the country, we have more of a particular kind of vice that, no, this is wrong, there's something wrong with this picture, there's injustice being served here.
Looking at this commercial, I don't think it's appropriate for young children to see it. It was stupid.
This commercial makes me think of all the cruelty and sadistic behavior from one person to another.
Religious reasons for being offended at because of that, and as a minister, of course, is I try to tell the people to love one another, no matter maybe what another person has done to you, or you know, it's not revenge. It's what Jesus taught us to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. And I think when that would be my religious aspect of all of this, is that we're to love one another. And if somebody spills coffee in my car, I know that they didn't mean to do it. It certainly was an accident, and I'm not going to get upset about it because it's just a car. I think friendships are more important, and how we treat other people is what Jesus taught us, and it's what God expects us to do.
There is no religious reason for me to be offended.
Not really religious. I think I just take offense as a human being.
I think people in the country would have a different reaction to those living in the city. I sometimes wonder if people in the city become desensitized to what all the violence that's going on around them. We may not see that same violence out in the rural area or the country area. You know, drive-by shootings, children bullying in schoolyards. I know that happens everywhere, but gangs and just various things like that happen probably more in the city.
I think the people in the country would have a bigger reaction than the people in the city.
I don't really believe people in the country and people in the city would think much differently towards this.
I was in contact with the local Nissan dealer, and they gave me the phone number. They were very anxious to help me, and they listened, and so I got the phone number and an email address of who to contact regarding the advertising. And so I emailed them, and the people at the local dealer said they listen very carefully to any complaints that come in about any of their advertising, And so I was really pleased to hear that. And immediately, I never saw the advertisement after I had emailed them about it, and also had let other people in our community know what was happening, and I'm sure that they emailed also.
No.
No, actually, I haven't gotten in contact with the company.
And I don't know why this one sort of stood out with me, but I know right now the same Nissan company have commercials out, and it's showing, does not show the consequences of what happens. A man throwing gasoline on a barbecue, or a new car, the choices, but it's not showing the consequences of what happens when you throw gasoline on that barbecue, or you put your fingers in a plug, or you try to suck your eye out with a vacuum hose. I think these are damaging for especially our young viewers, and and I know there are other advertisements too that I feel that are just not appropriate for advertising. But I know we can't try to conquer all of this, but I think it's important to know and to watch, and for people to be aware of what they're watching and not be desensitized to it.
Reservation Society, God save Donald Duck, vaudeville and variety. We are the Desperate Dan Appreciation Society. God save strawberry jam and all the different varieties. Preserving the old ways from being abused. Protecting the new ways for me and for you. What more can we do? We are the Draft Beer Preservation Society. God save Mrs. Moss and good old Mother Riley. We are the Custard Pie Appreciation Consortium. God save the George